On April 2, 2026, Google released Gemma 4 under the Apache license 2.0. Now, this is important. Unlike Gemma 3, which runs only on Google's server, Gemma 4 is something you can actually download and run on your own machine. That means no dependency on external APIs, no per token pricing, and no restrictions on how you use it. You can fine tune it, deploy it, and even build and sell products on top of it, all with full commercial freedom. And that's exactly what makes this release stand out. Now let's break down the model. Google has released 4 variants of Gemma 4. First, you have the Edge model, E2B and E4B, designed for lighter workloads and more efficient environments, can run on smartphones. Then there are the larger models. One is a 26 billion parameter mixture of experts model. But here is the interesting part. It only activates around 3.8 billion parameters during inference. So while it has the scale of a larger model, its performance and latency feel closer to a mid-sized model. The second is a 31 billion parameter dense model, which acts as the flagship in terms of quality. According to Google, it ranks number 3 on the LM Arena open source leaderboard. In terms of capability, these models are quite flexible. The larger variants support context window of up to 256K tokens, while the Edge models go up to 128K tokens. They support more than 140 languages and they are multimodal, handling text, image, and even audio inputs on smaller variants. And again, all of this comes under the Apache 2.0 license, which is one of the most business-friendly license you can get in the open source world. Now compare that to something like Kimi K2.5. On the leaderboard, it ranks very high in terms of ELO score, which is basically a human preference metric showing how much people like the outputs. But here is the catch. It's a trillion parameter class model. That means to run it properly, you are not talking about a single GPU or even a small setup. You are looking at clusters of high-end GPUs, often costing tens of thousands of dollars just to operate efficiently. Gemma 4 on the other hand can run entirely within your own infrastructure. No external dependency, no data leaving your system. And for many real-world applications, that control matters more than squeezing out a few extra percentage points in benchmarks. Now let's actually run Gemma 4 locally and see what this looks like in practice. First, we need to install Ollama, which is a local runtime that lets you run AI models directly on your machine. Go to ollama.com/download. If you are on Windows, you can either run the IRM command in PowerShell or just download the .exe file and install it normally. If you are on Mac or Linux, you can use the curl command or download the .dmg file for Mac. Once Ollama is installed, open your terminal and pull the Gemma 4 model. Run Ollama pull Gemma 4 E2B. Now, depending on your system, you can choose different variant. If you have around 12 to 16 GB RAM with a decent CPU, you can go with E2B or E4B. These require roughly 7.2 GB and 9.6 GB respectively and are great for hobby or local use. If you want better performance, you will need a stronger setup. The 26 billion model requires a good GPU with at least 24 GB VRAM and uses around 18 GB VRAM. And the 31 billion model is the flagship, requiring around 20 GB or more memory for the best output quality. Once the model is downloaded, you can verify it by running Ollama list. To start using it with OpenCode, type Ollama launch OpenCode. But for that to work, you need OpenCode to be installed. Install OpenCode globally using npm i-g opencode-ai. You can also install it using Chocolatey. For best performance, OpenCode works better on Linux-based system. If you are on Windows, it's recommended to run it inside WSL or Windows Subsystem for Linux. Once everything is installed, launch OpenCode with Ollama by typing Ollama launch OpenCode. Now select the Gemma 4 model that you downloaded. Once it starts, you can directly interact with. Let's try something simple. Write a REST API in Go for a to-do app. The first response might take a bit longer because Ollama is doing a cold start. You can also monitor what's happening in the background. Run Ollama PS. Here check the context size. If it's around 16K or 32K, you are good. If it's only showing 4K, the model won't perform well. To fix that, go to Ollama settings and increase the context length to 16K or 32K. That's usually the sweet spot. Too low and the model forgets context. Too high and it becomes slower. In my case, it took around 4 minutes and 16 seconds and it generated a complete main.go file with around 210 lines of code. By default, this runs in build mode. If you press tab in the interface, you can switch to plain mode. Now let's test multilingual capability. Explain Kubernetes in Hindi and English. This response came back in around 21 seconds. Now, if you don't have powerful hardware, you can also try the cloud version. Run Ollama launch OpenCode -- model Gemma 4:31b-cloud. Let's test it with a simple prompt like hi. Because it's a shared free tier, it can be slow. In my case, it took around 2 minutes for the first response and about 34 seconds for a follow-up how are you. Now let's try something heavier. Explain Kubernetes in Bengali and English. This took around 4 minutes and 14 seconds, and on the right side you can also see token usage and cost. Alternatively, you can use Openrouter without running Ollama at all. Inside OpenCode, type /connect. Search for Openrouter, create an API key on their website and paste it into their interface. Then select a Gemma 4 model like 31B free or 26B A4B free. Keep in mind, free models are rate limited. In my test, the first attempt failed due to rate limits, but the second attempt responded in about 9 seconds. So if you care about privacy and have a good machine with around 24 GB RAM or a strong GPU, running locally is the best experience. And that's the real power of Gemma 4. You are running a high quality multi-model AI completely under your control, from infrastructure to deployment to monetization. No API limits, no vendor locking, just pure flexibility. If you are building AI apps, this is something you should definitely try. That's all for today's video. If this was helpful, give it a like. See you again. Bye.